you know, might we see this in the NFL? You know, the Chiefs have been the dynasty. Who's next? Is it the Eagles? Well, they don't really fit that bill. Jalen Hurts is on his second contract, over $250 million. They're not a super young franchise. Jalen Hurts did come out with a book. Now, I don't know how this helps their dynasty chances, but producer Noah wanted to get this in because Jalen sent him a free copy to read to his son Eli, and he says it's great. Better than a touchdown. The power of teamwork and achieving goals. Bryant McFadden joining us here on HQ. B-Mac, we asked you to come up with 3 young NFL teams with the potential to maybe put together some kind of a dynasty over the next 5 to 10 years. I feel like the Eagles, the Chiefs, they don't really, we're not really thinking of those teams because they're older. We want upstarts. So let's start in that division, the NFC East. Who stands out to you?
Well, and let's make sure we utilize the word dynasty very, very careful, okay? Because I feel like before you actually can mention the word dynasty, you got to win 2. You got to win 2. Now, the teams that I'm going to throw out to you guys have yet to win 1, but when you look at the youthful movement that they have created, similar to what we just witnessed with the OKC Thunder, I really believe if they continue to tread in the right direction, they definitely can get an opportunity to hoist the sticky Lombardi. And we're starting with the Washington Commanders. And it starts and stops with their star quarterback in Jaden Daniels. He has MVP potential. Outstanding rookie campaign. He has the mindset that I believe he will continue to develop and flourish to be the best quarterback that he can be for the Commanders, and they will continue to stockpile talent. So when you look at the Oklahoma City Thunder, their best player is an MVP, right? He just won the MVP in the NBA and Shea, and I believe Jaden Daniels has MVP potential because of his ability to throw the football, not to mention when he adds in the running game as well. Improvised running, QB running. This is a guy that can really do damage, and he's the ultimate leader. So I love what we witnessed in year 1 with Jaden Daniels along with the core pieces that are surrounding him, and they have added more pieces to make this 2025 season even better than 2024. So I start with a guy in Jaden Daniels. When you look at Shea, won the MVP, no question. I do believe Jaden Daniels have MVP potential. We just got to see it work out on the grass.
Oh, he was Rookie of the Year last year, and if it wasn't him, could have been Bo Nix, another second-year quarterback in Denver with a lot of pieces around him. Why do you think the Broncos could put together a run here?
You know, everything that I laid out for Jaden Daniels, I can say the same thing for Bo Nix, right? He really exceeded the expectations for his rookie campaign. He really grew before all of our eyes, not to mention they won ball games, right, Chris? They got into the playoffs. No one saw the Denver Broncos in the offseason of 2024 having a playoff caliber season, but they were able to do so because he won the job in training camp, and he never looked back when he became QB1. Now when you look at the quarterback head coaching relationship with Sean Payton, I have a lot of respect for Sean Payton. I think he has the ability to get the best out of his entire roster, and we saw that in year 1 with Bo Nix. So when you look at what Bo Nix could do, adding more quality pieces to their puzzle, I understand they're playing a very, very competitive division, but this is a team. They're well coached. They have a very, very athletic, smart quarterback. They have a very, very feisty defense, similar to what we saw in OKC. Remember, we talked about the offensive praise, what they could do offensively, but what we did not forget to mention was how good they were on the defensive side. The Denver Broncos a year ago, they were really, really good, not to mention taking the football away with the defensive MVP and Pat Surtain Jr., but their ability to create turnovers and, most importantly, sack the quarterbacks. They did that at a high rate, similar to what we saw defensively, having sticky hands with the OKC Thunder. They have the same mindset in Denver, along with an up-and-coming quarterback that I believe will even be better in 2025.
Yeah, we're looking for a team like the Thunder with a bunch of young pieces that they're not paying their quarterback a ton yet. They could go out, maybe win a couple Super Bowls over the next several years. You've got the Broncos, you've got the Commanders. Give us one more.
So let's go back to OKC, right? When you talk about their outstanding players, they have a big 3. homegrown big three. What I mean when I say homegrown, viewers, they were all drafted by that said organization in OKC. You got Shea, you got Jay Will, and you got Chet. Well, the last team I'm going to throw out to you guys, they have a young big three as well. It's the Houston Texans, starting with C.J. Stroud, right? Will Anderson Jr., Derek Stingley Jr., all homegrown players drafted by the Houston Texans. All three guys have balled since becoming a Houston Texans, similar to what we saw with the big three for OKC. So when you look at the quarterback in C.J. Stroud, of course, won Rookie of the Year his rookie year, got into the playoffs, kind of took a dip in production a year ago, but more about the inability of the offensive line to protect him. But guess what? They still got into the playoffs. They're well coached. They have consistency, and they've gotten better. They've gotten better, and they're in a very, very winnable division once again in the AFC South. So when you look at the three core pieces for the Houston Texans, similar to what we watched with OKC, three young core pieces for the OKC Thunder, this is a team that I believe when you talk about a youthful movement, they have an opportunity to continue to get better, most importantly, get into the playoffs, but not only just get into the playoffs, but get comfortable in the playoffs. You know, get the lazy boy out and prop your feet up a little bit because they plan on being in the playoffs a long, long time, similar to what we saw with OKC.
Well, in the regular season, all three of those teams will play each other this season. A little bit of a round robin, Texans, Broncos, and Commanders.